The confirmed number of coronavirus cases in Los Angeles County comes to 1,243,882. The confirmed number of deaths comes to 24,339. Here in Torrance, the total number of confirmed cases is 7,432, with total confirmed deaths at 218. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Leslie Robbins. It's 4 p.m. on Monday, May 31st. Happy Memorial Day. Millions of Americans are commemorating Memorial Day today by honoring the brave men and women who died while serving in the United States Armed Forces. Traditionally observed on the last Monday of May, this holiday, originally known as Decoration Day, a day to honor the fallen soldiers of the Civil War, was first held on May 30th, 1868, and took place at Arlington National Cemetery. It was said that a crowd of about 5,000 people attended to help decorate the graves of more than 20,000 military personnel with flowers. Now, it wasn't until after World War I that Memorial Day expanded to honor all veterans who died in any American war. In 1971, Decoration Day became what's now known as Memorial Day, with Congress passing an act declaring it a federal holiday. That same year, President Lyndon B. Johnson moved it from May 30th to the last Monday of the month. Now, due to the ongoing pandemic, many live events have been closed off to the public and are once again being celebrated virtually. This year's event at USS Iowa in San Pedro was streamed on their YouTube page earlier this afternoon and can be found online. Forest Lawn Cemetery also invited the community to join them on Facebook this morning for a virtual event. The city of Torrance also had a wreath placed at the city's Veterans Memorial Wall and honored all 146 people whose names are etched on that wall with a special ceremony. More details on that later in the show. Well, 10 lucky Californians may be $1.5 million richer just for getting the COVID-19 vaccine. Governor Gavin Newsom announced that $116.5 million will be poured into the state's latest efforts to get more people inoculated before June 15th, when the state plans to fully reopen. Of the award money, $1.5 million will be awarded to 10 Californians, which is the largest single award offered in any state. Through this initiative, the state hopes to get roughly 12 million people who are eligible but not yet vaccinated to go get the vaccine. Now, if you already got the vaccine before this promotion was announced, not to worry. Of the nearly 20 million Californians who are already partially or fully vaccinated, the state says they are also in the running for the cash prize. The state will also give $50 gift cards for either general use or for specific grocery stores to the next 2 million people who get their shots. Now, before the top 10 cash prizes are drawn on June 15th, another 30 people will win $50,000 with these drawings starting on June 4th. Anyone 18 and older who received at least one dose already will be eligible, and the state will use its immunization database to automatically enter them into the drawings. Money from the prizes come from the state's disaster response account, which will be reimbursed by federal coronavirus relief money. California joins a growing list of states offering incentives to boost vaccination rates. Well, speaking of incentives, Los Angeles County is also hoping to get non-vaccinated residents to get their shot, or people to drive family and friends to get their shot, by offering season pass tickets to the upcoming games for the Kings or Galaxy. The Los Angeles County Public Health Department kicked off their vaccination sweepstakes last week and runs through next Thursday, June 3rd. 2 residents will be awarded these prizes. Residents 18 and older can book their appointments or simply walk in to any county or LA City-run site, as well as St. John's Well Child and Family Clinic vaccination sites to enter in the drawing. Kings and Galaxy team officials say they're excited to partner with the county to encourage the millions of Angelenos who've yet to get their vaccine so that fans can safely return and watch sports live once again. For more information, you can go to publichealth.lacounty.gov. Equitable vaccination access is one of the reasons Los Angeles County is offering free rides and transportation options to ensure everyone can get to a COVID-19 vaccine. The paratransit or other transit services for people with disabilities is available throughout the county for all residents. And whether it's for yourself who may need a ride to get your shot, or you'd like to organize a vaccine clinic for your church, workplace, community center, or neighborhood, you can also find a list of providers who are offering on-site vaccination services. You can go to publichealth.lacounty.gov. The Department of Public Health's call center is open 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. daily. As the state approaches the June 15th reopening date, employers look to California's workforce regulators on the latest COVID-19 safety guidelines. California's Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or Cal-OSHA, made a recommendation ahead of the holiday weekend, suggesting the state hold off on updating certain employer pandemic safety rules until at least July 31st. That's about 6 weeks past the state's plan to fully reopen. Cal-OSHA's safety standards apply to all employees in the state, except those working from home or where there is a single employee. Recommendations include rules for mask wearing and social distancing in the workplace. Now, under the proposed revision, until July 31st, all employees working indoors and at outdoor events with more than 10,000 people would have to be separated by at least 6 feet, unless they are wearing masks, which must be provided by the employer. Other recommendations include allowing employees who are fully vaccinated the option of not wearing their face masks in rooms where everyone else is also vaccinated. Employers would also need to provide N95 masks for those not fully vaccinated. Employers could also reduce the number of COVID-19 testing from twice a week to just once a week. They also made it clear that retailers, restaurateurs, and business owners would be responsible only for their own employees, not the public or those who enter their place of business. Cal-OSHA's Standards Board is set to vote on their workplace safety guidelines proposal on Thursday. With more people getting vaccinated and feeling more comfortable getting out, this Memorial Day weekend has shown many Americans are returning to pre-pandemic activities. The Transportation Security Administration says last year they screened 1.1 million passengers from May 22nd through the 25th. That compared to this past Friday, where 1.9 million passengers were screened throughout TSA checkpoints in the U.S., with LAX screening more than 78,000 just on Friday alone. AAA predicted that more than 37 million Americans will be traveling this weekend between road trips and air travel. That's a 60% increase from last year's record low of 23 million. Well, if you plan to fire up the grill tonight, the U.S. Department of Agriculture shared some great food safety tips for grilling. The USDA reminds the public to follow the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's food safety practices. Be sure to cook meats to a safe temperature to prevent foodborne illnesses from bacteria such as E. coli. Pork and ground beef should be cooked to an internal temperature of at least 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Steaks and roasts should be cooked to at least 145 degrees and allowed to rest for a few minutes after taking the meat off the heat. Now, don't reuse marinades that have been used with raw meats. If you're making kebabs, keep the meat and vegetables separate. It's against to prevent food-borne illnesses and bacteria from spreading. Practice cleanliness, as you should always wash your hands before handling food or preparing meals. Also wash your kitchen counters, cutting boards, and all utensils after they are used on raw meats. And when you're done grilling your favorite foods today, be sure to put them away in the fridge for leftovers, as anything beyond 2 hours in warm temperatures could spoil easily. For more tips, go to fsis.usda.gov. Speaking of food, Costco is bringing back a pre-pandemic customer favorite. Yes, food samples. Beginning early June, the warehouse chain announced they are planning a phased return to full sampling of their food products at most locations, with a full return of sampling by the end of June. Fans of its food court will also see some changes, including its seating area, where indoor seating will be brought back to most of its 560 locations in the U.S. Costco officials say they will implement increased safety protocols, including making smaller batches of samples and distributing to customers one at a time. Costco also said they plan to add new and improved items to their food court menu, like churros, along with new ice cream, which will replace its frozen yogurt, which is expected to be available by July 4th. The United States Postal Service proposed a hike in their products and services recently. Under the USPS's Delivering for America plan, which hopes to achieve financial sustainability over the next 10 years, products and services may see increases in their prices by as much as 6.9%. This means first-class stamps would go up from 55 cents to 58 cents. The 10-year plan is also designed to reverse a projected $160 billion operating loss that is anticipated over the next decade. In 2020, the USPS delivered almost 130 billion pieces of mail and packages to customers located throughout the U.S. Now, if the Postal Regulatory Commission approves the request, it would go into effect on August 29th. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share feel-good stories from our community. Pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. And in honor of Memorial Day, the city of Torrance partnered with the Torrance Historical Society to bring back a treasured tradition.
Robert Hatter, Olin Bardell, William Kirkpatrick, Rudolph Baranek, Reuben Merkel, Rudolph Bernasconi, Bobby Edwards, Miguel Duarte, Clarence Schiebler, Eugene Shanner.
With safety in mind, the annual reading of the names on the Veterans Memorial Wall was recorded earlier this week to be broadcast throughout the day today to continue the tradition of honoring all of the city's fallen soldiers. And due to the ongoing pandemic and to encourage everyone to commemorate this day from home, Historical Society members helped coordinate the day's events. Vietnam veteran Charlie Salinas read the names on the wall. Michelle Polcari, president of the Torrance Historical Society, welcomed the virtual audience, and Jerry Ronan led in the flag salute. This is an annual tribute to the 146 men and women whose names are etched onto the city's Veterans Memorial Wall. The reading of the names on the wall can be seen right here at 8 p.m. tonight. What a great way to honor our loved ones, especially those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Now, if you have a great story, upcoming event, a photo or video you'd like to share, email us at COVID-19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that is our update for COVID-19 today. Have a wonderful rest of your Memorial Day Monday. Be sure to tune in tomorrow as Rhiannon Tutanich brings you the latest. Please be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.